Enfin, ça fonctionne. Bon voilà, désolé, pas de webcam. Webcam elle est cassée, elle est morue. Donc on fera ça sans. Désolé pour aussi pour ceux qui sont arrivés juste avant. Problème aussi de mon shadow. Quand je le laisse trop longtemps, on va dire activé sans l'utilisation, ben, mes périphériques ne sont plus reconnus. Alors je peux vous dire que c'est chiant de devoir éteindre le shadow, enfin, si j'éteignais mon PC et le réallumer. Où est-ce que je dois aller là du coup? Ah d'accord, ok. Après j'irai m'occuper du cas du père Prétus. Restance et zone d'effet. Ah, il y a même Vasco qui veut me parler là. Ah non, c'est Kurt. Ah bah chacun son tour, hein. Je crois que là je vais plutôt me concentrer sur les quêtes de mes personnages.
Hello, my child. What a pleasure to see someone come to us with such eagerness. Do you want to hear the word of Saint Matthias and come into the light?
Not really, Father. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. What can we do for you?
We would like to know more about the agreement you supposedly sealed with Bladnid.
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. But since you are asking us, we swore to provide this village with all our support in their fight against the Alliance.
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their pagan cult and turn towards the light.
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me to become a Donegad.
The Queen had understood that the light was the only true path, even if she was attached to traditions. It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement according to your own rituals.
She had an engraver come to Val Ristel. He carved your strange symbols in the stone.
I do not believe a single word of this. You, the people of the light, are nothing but liars.
You would do well to hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now under our spiritual authority.
By not respecting us, you are committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is a crime that we punish
Je vais vous
severely.
botter le cul.
Because you think that you can administer justice here. I am the daughter of Bladnid, and you are...
Siora, Let's not get into another battle and make new enemies. Let's go find this stone.
That is an excellent idea. Then you will see that we are telling the truth.
Bah tiens, un campement. Ah bah non, c'est pas un campement. C'était une petite cascade.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Ah ouais. Hop, devant moi. Par où est-ce que je puisse aller? Bah. Où le passage là? Ah voilà.
Protect me in this battle.
Here's the stone we were looking for. It is destroyed. We can no longer decipher the symbols. Strange, isn't it?
This stone was damaged on purpose. We will never know the precise terms of the agreement.
There may be a way. Promises in stone are a very ancient tradition. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. An artisan who makes the stones speak. There are but a few. We did not have one in our village before Karadeg's arrival. He must be the one who engraved this stone.
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret writing that the keepers of promises always learn. Those who want to seal a promise tell them to write, and they take care of it.
Ouais. Ah bah attends, peut-être que je peux me TP. Voilà, il y a un camp. Il y a de quoi faire un campement ici.
Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the door's left open.
Empty. Everything is broken and turned upside down. A sculpted engraved stone. What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is scattered around.
It's as if someone wanted to meticulously destroy everything in this workshop.
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few things and destroying the rest.
Unless someone else did this. We must find Karadeg.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the mark of Baraeg Nodas, Donkas's clan. Do you remember him? Karadeg originally belonged to this clan. He may have returned.
Let's go to Vigigador and we'll find out.
Allez, c'est parti.
What brings you here, Honor Manawi?
We're looking for Karadeg, the Keeper of Promises.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left. We could not take him back.
Did you exile him? Why?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with our stance on the Renaigse. He thought that we should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. This is why he joined the Gaesrad. And I did not want him to return if it meant that he would bring his hatred with him.
Do you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone or something, and he wanted to hide. He must have left for the woods, south of here. He knows the area well. Is there anything else?
Non, c'est bon.
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Est-ce que j'ai un TP chez lui? Ah, je me suis planté, d'accord. Salut Mercellus, comment vas-tu?
It is Karadeg. He's over there.
Siora, Bertir Tumad Donegad. What are you doing with these strangers?
These strangers are my friends, Karadeg. You can speak in front of them without fear.
What do you want?
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free and able to fly like birdsong. But some words must survive those who utter them. So they call on the Keepers of Promises. Those who want to become one must win the trust of the Donegada and prove their wisdom. Then they teach us the words of stone. And when someone wants to seal a promise, we offer them those words.
So you're a kind of cleric? Thank you, Karadeg.
Do you want to know anything else?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaigse, isn't it? I should never have accepted to seal such a promise. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. Not when Bladnid was demanding it. And now that she is no longer with us, these Monasinaiga are chasing me.
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it. The stone has been destroyed.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared the glyphs. All the details are there.
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised. Can you give it to us?
No, Donegad. I do not mean to disrespect you, but I will not. The Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. They will disappoint you just like they disappointed your mother. I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten my life, and because of them, I am forced to hide here.
I understand your fear. Take some time to think. We'll come back later to see you.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
We found Karadeg. You were right. He was hiding in the woods.
I know him well. Like I know everyone in my clan.
His life is in danger. Some priests from Teleme are searching for him and they won't leave him in peace.
So they are the ones he fears.
Dunkas, you cannot let him fall into these priests' hands. He is one of us.
I know, but my role as a chief is to preserve the peace in this village. Being chased by the Renaigse probably only stirred up his anger. I do not wish to take the risk of him bringing it here.
You wish to create balance between your people and the Renaigse, don't you?
Indeed.
But how can there be balance if all those who oppose your vision are simply pushed aside?
I did not push him aside. He is the one who left and gave his support to the war he was dreaming of.
And yet, he kept the symbol of your clan with him. We found it in his house.
You are both right. I must be capable of maintaining peace, even with those who think differently. Tell him that he can come back.
Thank you, Dunkus.
Is there anything else?
Non, c'est bon.
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Oh, c'est bon, ça me téléporte directement chez lui.
Renaigse, you have returned.
We would like to talk once more about the glyphs on this stone.
I told you that I did not want to hear about this promise any longer.
You wanted to go back to your original clan, didn't you? You were hoping that Dunkus would welcome you. He is prepared to do so. He simply hopes that you will put aside the anger that is inside you.
When I left, I thought Donkas was too soft, too nice with the Renaigse. I was hoping to fight them with Bladnid. But in the end, she also chose to negotiate with them. So, I might as well go back home. Thank you for convincing him to take me back. Here, take this piece of tree bark. I hope that it will help you to chase these Renaigse away, Donegad. And I did not think I would say this one day. But thank you, Renaigse.
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to Isolde. Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Azeld, about this pact your mother supposedly made with the priests.
Yes. Did you find anything new?
We went to Falristel to see the stone.
Were you able to read it, Siora? No, because it was destroyed by someone. I am certain that the priests did it to protect their lies. You're probably right, but for as long as we cannot prove it...
We retrieved the piece of tree bark that Karadeg used as a model.
Siora, what's written on it? Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here. And even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of our village. So they lied. They mocked us and insulted the memory of our mother. I think it's high time they left. Don't you agree? I think so too. Come on, let's go. You lied to us. You took us for gullible children. Leave this village at once. You will never be welcome here again.
But if you want our help with the Alliance, your people must convert to the light.
On va demander à Petrus, tiens, d'intervenir.
Petrus, could you try to reason with them?
My brothers and sisters, you have tried to convert this village in a deceitful manner, but your attempt has failed. It's time for you to recognize your defeat and leave this place with dignity.
Father, do you really think that...
Come on. We cannot disobey a bishop, sister. We'd better leave now.
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Anol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lawyers. And we will be able to perform our rituals and give our mother back to the earth. Yes. Thank you. Our village is in your debt. Siora, I will need you for the ritual. Will you help me? Of course, Asir.
Bon, bah on a fini avec ça.
Are you ready to put our plan against the Mother Cardinal in motion?
It's a complicated plan, but an effective one. Let's put it in motion.
Let's go back to the St. Matthias bookmaker. Your skills seem to interest him.
Elle est où la pierre pour se taper ici? Elle est là-bas. C'est Hélène, là c'est quoi? C'est qui? Saint Mathéus. Elle est où Hélène? Ah d'accord. Saint-Mathéus, la cité de Thélème, ok. Bah du coup j'ai plus besoin de Sélène. Donc on va retirer Syrah. Parce qu'elle est pas la bienvenue, on va prendre Kurt.
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
I want to challenge the champion of the arena.
Oh, not another rich prince's son who's after some quick thrill. Sorry, laddie, but in order to confront a champion, you'll have to prove yourself in the arena.
But I'm no...
There are no exceptions. No need to send your father to ask. To have the right to confront a champion, you'll have to win at least your third challenge. Run along now. I have work to do.
I will leave you alone until your reputation in the arena is established. There's no point in me following your trail for days.
Yes, that's wiser. It could take some time.
Let me know if you need me.
Of course, Petrus. Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
What is this arena?
It's a place that people are
On what would we be betting?
on the fight. Quite a few.
And do they win?
A few.
I must be going.
Next time, then.
Ah ouais d'accord, faut pas que je l'ai avec moi le père Prétus, donc je vais le ramener à la maison. Bah, je vais prendre Pasco avec moi du coup. Ah, ça me saoule ça. Retirer de l'équipe. J'aurais fait déjà les combats depuis le début, ça aurait été plus simple. Pour y accéder.
Ready to excite the crowd? Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. My lords and ladies, here is a new team of fighters taking to
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Ready to excite the crowd?
Could you explain the rules again?
Certainly. Regular combats take place in groups. Two of your companions will fight at your side. In order to become a champion, you'll need to win the 5 challenges that become more and more difficult. Each challenge is broken down into 3 rounds. You can take a breather in between each one. But if you give up on a challenge, you'll need to start all over again from the beginning. Once the challenge has been completed, you can fight any of the rounds you've already won again.
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Those conger eels know how to fight. Come and attack me if you dare.
Ready to excite the crowd?
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon. Ready to excite the crowd?
I need to get going.
Huh.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. You saw them win the first challenge with audacity! And here they are again for the second! Ladies and lords, applause for this unique team!
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
To my help! And death to the others!
Poison on my blade. And let's go! Poison on my blade. And let's go! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in.
En plus, je gagne de l'XP.
Here for your greatest pleasure, our team of excellence. Once again, they are here to kick up the sand of the arena,
Ah, faut 3 points
hoping
ici.
this time to win the 3rd challenge.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
To my help! And death to the others!
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Excellent. And the public really appreciate it.
4e défi.
Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. You've grown to love their faces. You know their tactics. The excellence
Poison on my blade. And let's go! get dicey. Yeah. Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won.
Le 5e défi. Hein.
Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. Incredible! Who would ever have believed that our excellence would have risen so high?
Bit of poison on my blade. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Of the arena!
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Come on. Let's see what
Let's see if we ward off this feint. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Je sais pas quoi ce que c'est cette pistolet.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Fantastic! You are now a champion of the arena. I must say, this is the first time I've ever seen such a young team leader win the title. Allow me to give you this. The prize awarded to champions.
Thank you. I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon.
On récupérer tous les trucs. Hein. Bon, il est passé où mon coffre là?
Ready to excite the crowd?
I need to get going.
Huh.
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
I've done what you asked. Can I have my fight now?
I have to admit that you've surprised me. You have technique and style, and the public does love you. Let me think. There's Briscard, one of our old champions. It's been a while since he fought, but he did ask me to set something up for him. He's not a youngster anymore, but his name is known. And he's a killer, I'm warning you.
This Briscard sounds like the perfect opponent.
A deal! I'll work on getting things ready for the combat and line up the betting. Until then, make sure you're ready. It'll be a duel, your friends will need to stay in their seats. As soon as you're ready, you'll just need to go and see the arena master.
I better inform Petrus. He will definitely want to be involved in the operations.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
The deal has been made. I will face a champion in the arena.
Excellent news, my child. I've just seen Cornelia, who was asking about you. It would appear that your reputation has reached her ears.
She took the bait then?
It looks like it. We still have to make sure that she will bet significantly on your defeat. And only Candy Cane can guarantee that for us. She trusts him. Should we take care of that now?
We must strike while the iron is hot. Let's go.
Ici. Ah voilà, il était là.
Candy Cane is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true. You're right. Let's come back later.
T'aurais pu me le dire plus tôt, ça, qui sortait que la nuit, là. Heureusement que j'ai ma baraque pas très loin, on va pouvoir faire un petit somme. De manière comme j'ai une nouvelle hop. Demain je dois me lever suffisamment tôt. Je vais essayer de pas trop traîner non plus. Histoire que j'arrive à dormir et suffisamment tôt. Enfin, de façon pareil. Parce que là, si je me couche maintenant, je vais pas dormir avant 2-3 heures du mat parce que je serai pas fatigué.
You again? What do you want this time?
I have a very lucrative proposal for you. You know that I have to fight against the champion.
Everyone knows.
You were expected to lose in 1 minute.
I'm well aware of that. I know my opponent is too strong for me. But let's suppose my opponent draws out the fight a bit. For the beauty of the battle, of course.
I'm starting to see what you're alluding to. This fight don't interest me. The odds against you are so high, I wouldn't get much out of it. But if we make all the gamblers lose, by letting you hang in there a little longer...
We could win a nice little nest egg.
Organising this will entail some costs for me. It's better to add a bonus. Without the bonus, there's no deal. If you pay me in advance, you won't be tempted to play any tricks. So, get your wallet out.
If this seals our deal, it's worth it. Here, take this.
Excellent. Don't you worry now. Everything will be fixed for the fight. I think that one of my special clients will also be interested in our little arrangement.
Be careful not to tell too many people, so that the odds don't drop too low.
Donc dans 24 heures. Donc la prochaine nuit, ok, bon. Bon, faut retourner se coucher. Ah, la reine du denier.
Ready to excite the crowd? Ah, there you are. I was told you'd be taking on one of our champions. Are you ready for the fight? Beware. Contrary to the challenges, this combat must be fought alone. Your friends must remain in the stands.
Yes, I am ready.
So, jump into the arena, and may the better fighter win.
Indiana Jones.
What a brilliant spectacle. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. It wasn't easy.
And here are your winnings from the combat. You've earned them.
Bravo! A glorious victory, which is made all the sweeter by double compensation.
I don't believe I've ever seen you happier. The thought of holding something over Cornelius seems to do you wonders.
That is true. Politics is an extremely subtle game, and just as satisfying as fighting in an arena.
I imagine we need to go and see her now.
Yes, and I hope you will enjoy the moment every bit as much as I will.
aller. Ah, au palais du gouverneur, d'accord.
Lord de Sardet. And you, Petrus. What can I do for you?
We have come to offer our support. We have learned that the arena was cruel to you.
How do you know that? Oh, I see. You tricked my informer.
We just let him believe that I would lose.
All I did was take the place of your moneylender. You owe me a handsome sum.
All of this just to make me spill the beans, am I right? I didn't expect you to play this kind of game, Your Excellency. It is true, though, that with such a teacher...
Oh, come on, Cornelia. You excel at this game.
It's true. And I also know when to admit defeat. What do you want from me?
We won't use what we know of you, nor what you owe us. So long as you act loyally towards the congregation and Constantine. Is that clear?
Is that what you're expecting? Ah, but I'm sure that this sly old fox has something else in mind, right? You hope that I'll support you when you court the rank of cardinal? You haven't learnt your lesson, then? Have you forgotten the abyss into which you plunged because of your ambition last time?
Petrus, what is she talking about?
Cornelia, you don't have the right to use that against me, to disclose what I revealed to you that day.
It was said under the seal of the Enlightened. It's true. But if someone deserves to know, it's him.
No, please.
Since you have no intention of speaking, I will. Petrus knew your mother, child. Your real mother.
My mother? Petrus, is this true? How?
Be damned, Cornelia. It's true. I knew your
C'est lui son
mother.
père.
I used to go to the jail to give my spiritual support to the prisoners of the Prince d'Orsay. That's where I met her. She was alone, afraid, and exhausted. And so strange. Obviously, I had no way of knowing that she came from here. The princes kept their secret well.
Why didn't you tell me about it? You knew that my uncle lied to me and you kept quiet.
I was ashamed. Ashamed of having left her to die in that dead-end pit. Completely alone.
Why talk to others about it then? Why does she know?
One evening, in a fit of despair, Petrus felt the need to share this great burden with someone.
At the time, you were the ear of the enlightened, Cornelia. You have broken your vows. Ah, damnation. It's better out in the open. I've wanted to tell you about it since I met you. Now that you know, I want to do something in her memory. I will help you find your family here on the island. The prince sent you here to use you. But I can ensure that all of this serves a purpose.
How could I possibly believe you now? You have used me for your scheming and kept me in the dark.
I understand how you feel, my child. Let's wait a little, until you've taken it all in. Time heals the wounds of the soul. Come back and see me when you are ready. As for you, Cornelia, remember what we have on you. You no longer have the upper hand.
Be careful, de Sardet. You now see the real Petrus, sly and opportunistic.
Tiens, Che, level 26.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Tiens, voilà. C'était ça que je voulais faire, c'était 3 points. Pourquoi je peux pas prendre l'espadon? Ah, c'est parce que c'est de l'agilité, d'accord. Oui, il a pas cette force. Normalement, elle vaut plus rien cette épée.
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn, and not only about yourself. Don't you want to understand where your face markings come from?
You're right, Afra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, Desarde. Let's return to Duncas's village.
Ah
Our
oui,
new
faut
friends
que
will
je garde,
surely be able to tell us more about this
Sierra,
cave.
là. Sierra, là. Plus. Non, putain, vous faites chier là. Mais putain, mais dégagez là, les deux. Ah, putain. Voilà, composé équipe, on vire ce con. Et on récupère elle, voilà. Ça m'étonne qu'on n'a pas encore fait toute cette partie de l'île. Hein. Peut-être que je suis loin de la moitié du jeu. Salut Warwick, comment vas-tu? Je te passe faire un petit coucou avant de dormir. Oh, t'inquiète pas, moi j'ai pas tardé aussi à arrêter. On reprend le boulot demain. Les vacances sont terminées donc. Ben ouais, bah, plus ou moins reposant. Hier soir, je suis sorti, mais plutôt prévu. Mais je suis rentré, il était quelle heure? Que je dis pas de conneries. Ouais, il était à peine minuit, minuit et demi, un truc comme ça. J'avais une barre qui me tapait de la tempe et qui me descendait au niveau de la nuque. Il y a eu de la flotte, mais ça m'a pas dérangé plus que ça. Oh, j'ai pris un Doliprane puis une claqué au lit, hein. Ça a été très bien. Hein. Pas un torticolis, non non ça me faisait comme une migraine en fait. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Ah sacrée tenue, bah ouais, bah, je suis bien obligé pour augmenter mes compétences. Où est-ce que je dois aller? Ah mes compétences. Pour augmenter mes stats. Violet ouais c'est rare ouais. Bah t'as le gris, le commun, après c'est vert, bleu, violet et jaune.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course.
Ouais, c'est déjà très bien, ouais.
What do you want?
When we participated in the Dunkus meditation, he spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very
Après
sacred
l'amélioration de
place.
stuff ça dépend de mon
Only those who will become
attributs
Donegada may enter there.
That's right,
d'artisanat.
Yewan.
Là je suis qu'au niveau 2.
But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're
Tu peux
probably
cacheter
right.
ou trouver
Look for the
ton
entrance
stuff.
in the Vedhat Ganadu. Entering
Et
there
moi je
will
pensais que
not
tu
be
pouvais
easy,
crafter en fait.
but you will have to discover the rest by yourself, like true apprentices.
Ouais c'est ça, j'ai
Thank you,
départemé ouais.
Maureen. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
Bah, là je joue avec les deux nanas. Et vu que je suis avec les natifs, ben je prends la fille qui est natif. Et puis on a notre scientifique qui veut découvrir un petit peu ce qui se passe dans ce monde. Oh, bah, attends, je suis obligé de passer par là de tout le monde. Elle veut des faits, comprendre comment fonctionne un petit peu leur civilisation, leur culture. Contrairement aux inquisiteurs qui se trouvent dans son jeu, qui font tout pour comment dire que les natifs croient à leur religion. Et tes parents montent au niveau avec toi ou indépendant? Ah, ils montent avec moi de toute manière. J'ai un exemple ici par exemple. Ah ouais, est-ce que je peux trouver? Voilà. Non. Voilà. Donc là c'est mon perso, voilà. Donc là déjà, vu que je suis passé à un certain niveau, donc au niveau 30, on gagnera un point de compétence au niveau, quand je passerai niveau 30. Un point de compétence en force et un point de compétence en constitution. Et si j'arrive à la rendre, elle est aimable, donc amicale, donc améliore relation avec moi, je vais gagner un bonus de relation, la relation de science. Ouais, ça c'est pratique, ouais. Ça c'est super pratique. Et ce qui me permet aussi, par exemple, si bah moi j'ai disons que j'ai que 2 points en science, si elle est avec moi, j'aurai plus 1 en science, donc ça me ferait un niveau 3 en science. Par contre, elle est là. Elle, donc quand je passerai au niveau 30, elle gagnera de la puissance, 27 volonté, elle gagnera un point de compétence en agilité, etc. Et si quand elle aura passé côté amical, je vais gagner de la vigueur. Ainsi de suite. Après, tu as les stats de ce qu'elle fait par rapport aux dégâts que. Enfin, par rapport au stuff qu'elle a, quoi. Enfin, pour dire qu'elle fait plus de dégâts que moi, quoi. Et là, dans ce tableau-là, ça me donne à peu près mes relations que j'ai avec les populations qui sont autour de moi et les comment dire et les gens qui m'entourent, quoi. C'est PNJ. Donc en gros, j'ai quasiment fini toutes les quêtes de Vasco, donc le note. Mais tu perds aussi des points, tu peux perdre aussi des points de réputation en faisant certains choix. Donc c'est pas forcément évident. Aussi pour générer tout ça. Non, le jeu franchement... T'aimes les jeux type jeu de rôle, RPG, narratif, avec une vraie histoire, quoi, parce que bon, t'as des jeux de rôle, t'as une histoire, mais bon, elle s'arrête là, quoi. Exactement. Ah. Merde, c'était pas par là, fallait que je monte. Bah c'est fait par les créatures, si je me trompe pas, les créateurs de... Merde. Le studio français qui a fait Vampire. C'est fait par le même studio. Tiens, c'est Thanksgiving là bientôt là. Voilà, comme ça il va ranger son épée. C'est une magnifique. Après moi je le fais en mode histoire, donc il est relativement simple en mode histoire. Je sais pas ce que ça donnerait si je le ferais en mode plus difficile. Je le fais en mode histoire, c'est parce que vu que je le stream, j'ai pas envie de me prendre la tête parce que y a un passage que j'arrive pas ou si tu vois ce que je veux dire, quoi.
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
Il y a la stèle en face. Il faut trouver le...
This stone and this door remind me of the place where the Tierna Hach went into hiding.
You're right. We'll probably have to use a seed here as well.
But we don't know which.
of staying here too long, though. Hey, what are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast.
Tentez d'en savoir plus, tiens.
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility. And we don't want any trouble. We also are, explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you'd better leave.
Listen, I don't want to worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
You take us for a bunch of fools. You're only looking to steal our treasure.
L'autre, elle balance carrément une grenade. Ouais.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge.
C'est une épée enduite de magie, pas enflammée, qu'elle a. Voilà, c'est une épée enduite de magie. S'il n'y a pas d'autres trucs ici à fouiller. J'irai explorer ce côté là si j'arrive pas à ouvrir.
There. Place the seed on the stone.
Je sais pas combien il prend en ressources ce jeu. Je crois qu'il est pas si compliqué, il est pas si lourd que ça en plus. Instant gaming. Comme ça il y a les configurations dessus. Il a 35,10 €, enfin non, il a 36,12 € sur Instant Gaming. Donc il demande sur la configuration minimum un i5 3450 ou une AMD FX 6300 X6, 8 Go de RAM ou une carte graphique. Il demande 2 Go de RAM en fait sur la carte graphique, une GTX 660, une Radeon 7870. Moi j'ai une 7700 mais vu que je joue sur Shadow, j'ai une 1080. Et j'ai bientôt passé sur une RTX en février. Ils refont toutes les configs des PC. Et je passe sur en plus, au lieu d'être sur 12 Go de RAM, je passe à 16, je crois. Je passe à 16 Go de RAM. Je passe sur attends, je vais te dire ça sur Shadow. Nouvelle config Shadow. Est-ce que je les ai sur
Découvrez.
Oh ta gueule toi. Qui se met en automatique. Peut-être sur mes mails alors. Plutôt Hotmail. Sur notre truc. Ils m'ont même pas répondu, c'est bon. Non, c'est pas ça. Oh. Ah, découvrir nos nouvelles configurations, voilà. Donc voilà, donc en fait la configuration de base, ça sera celle que j'ai. Donc une GTX 1080, 12 Go de RAM, 250 Go plus additionnel que moi j'ai pris. Donc là je paye 33 euros. La Ultra, ouais, sinon celle-ci elle est à 12,99 €. La Ultra, donc c'est une RTX 2080, 16 Go de RAM, 512 de stockage, mais j'aurai un Tera en plus. Et il est à 24,99 €. Et avec le disque dur, je paierai, je paierai moins de 30 euros. Enfin 25, 26, 27, 28, je paierai 28 euros. C'est plutôt pas mal. Et la Infinite, une Titan RTX 32 Ju. Tu vois, c'est un vaisseau spatial quoi. Ouais, ouais, je passe sur une 2080. Pour moins de 30 euros par mois, je passe sur. Ouais, c'est sympa. Bah, le seul inconvénient que je trouve.
Seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Que je trouve, c'est qu'ils n'ont pas encore le système
character at the center is pouring blood on a stone.
Que ce soit avec leur
And
boîtier
one of
ou
these
avec
giant
l'application.
creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives.
Je ne peux pas l'envisager sans internet avec fibre. Ah oui, mais il faut. Ouais, ouais. Là.
The character has changed.
Bah,
He now resembles an honorable
supportable.
Manawa.
Moi, je suis qu'à 40.
You're right. They even
J'ai que 100
depict his
mégas moi
bond
sur
to
la
the
fibre.
forest.
Enfin, j'ai pas la fibre, j'ai que 100 mégas.
Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
J'ai que 100 mégas.
Where are you going? We must leave before they discover someone's coming.
Ah,
Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Après, j'apprécie mon PC pour gérer mes montages. Ouais, ça c'est sûr. Après, ce qui est intéressant aussi dans ce côté-là, c'est que demain, t'as ton PC qui est... enfin, ton Shadow qui a un truc qui crame. C'est carrément pris à 100%. C'est 100% pris en charge. Ils te font rien payer, quoi. Tu reçois ton mail pour dire voilà, il y a un souci.
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglen daigan ni dau. A yigi dames etier como lei.
Cair to, Morian, ages radai de radi dawem tair gerbegan.
Cau den nes greta como lei. Nas oltargo tu, vregtetet mad advad. Abud antadab me en ekekam.
Ouais, c'est exactement ça, quoi.
Adaholeg.
Et puis s'ils font, ben, ils augmentent leur setup, tu payes pas de surcoût aussi. Je pense que je peux sortir par là. Je m'en doutais.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Duncan said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Il faut compter 300 balles quand même pour un écran 4K.
Very well. I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them.
Je regarde vite fait à peu près sur Amazon. On va mettre filtre. Si je peux choisir les prix, ça serait cool. Bah, 300 balles. Ouais, ça c'est le genre de choses que j'ai pas, quoi. Choisir une catégorie. Je trouve par contre que ce discount est beaucoup plus ergonomique que comment se dire qu'Amazon. Hein. Tu pourras voir après ta formation. Oh mais il faut que je passe ma formation avant tout, de toute manière. Mais c'est pas pour tout de suite hein, la formation ça. Où est-ce que je peux faire dodo? Est-ce qu'il y a un camp? Tiens. On va aller là. C'est quoi ici? Ouais. Ah non non c'est pas ça, c'est pour pouvoir faire les nouveaux des filtres. Par exemple tu vois je cherche un truc qui m'intéresse et je peux mettre le prix à de tel prix à tel prix quoi. Après moi j'utilise Amazon Prime donc pour ce coup Amazon Prime c'est assez intéressant. Les DLC sont super chers les DLC. Bon, bah pour pas qu'elle se fasse engueuler, je vais changer de compagnon. Allez, on va virer elle. Parce que sinon elle va encore se faire engueuler et puis moi je vais perdre la réputation. C'était sûr d'elle. T'avais envie de te faire entuber. Ajouter à l'équipe. Allez. Non, c'était se reposer. Bon. Ça c'est chiant. Moi je veux cette quête. Voilà. « 9h. J'ai bien la config toute faite, mais la prochaine je pense aller voir un ensembleur. Ouais, mais si tu vas voir un ensembleur, ça va te coûter un bras aussi. Quand ça s'appelle, je sais que sur matériel.net ou sur ouais, sur matériel.net, la DLC, tu peux te les tu peux monter ton propre PC et en plus déjà ils vont te dire si oui ou non c'est compatible avec leur site.
You again. Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus, but I really want to attend
Et en
Yewan's
plus ils te le
ritual.
montent eux-mêmes.
I have learned a lot thanks to
Et si
you,
tu veux
but I
installer, et en plus
still
tu peux
have
même leur
so
demander
much
d'installer
left to
Windows.
understand.
If you were one of ours, Afra, I would be flattered
Plus
to have
courage
such
de
an
le faire moi-même.
inquisitive
Tu
and
m'étonnes.
resolute apprentice.
Bah, le
You
montant,
can
c'est pas ce qui est le
attend
plus
the
compliqué,
ritual,
c'est
but
surtout
promise me that you will
la
be
carte,
discreet.
le
No
cross sur la carte
Renaight's
mère quoi. Si
ever
tu te
had
foires,
this
bah t'es
honor
mal.
before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Dunkus. How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Yerwan. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
Ouais, mais c'est ça, ma mère qui a garanti que quoi là, quand par exemple si tu le fais monter par que ça soit sur la DLC ou matériel Ponel, je crois que même Top Achat ils le font, j'en suis pas sûr. Tu peux monter ton PC. Je sais que sur matériel.net ils te font plus ou moins ils te disent si c'est compatible ou pas bon. Si c'est compatible ou pas du tout compatible. En fonction des produits, en fin de compte, ben, c'est simple, parce qu'on sait pas compatible, de toute manière, le produit que tu veux, il y sera pas. Et au moins, tu as la garantie dessus, quoi. est-ce qu'il te le monte? Moi je crois que quoi tu payes quoi 60 euros ou 50 euros en plus, mais bon je préfère payer 60 balles, même 100 balles en plus mon PC et être sûr que...
Times really must have
qui
changed for
fonctionne.
some
Et puis même si
Renaigse
ça
to
fonctionne
attend
pas, bon, au
our
moins t'as ton
rituals.
service après-vente
These
quoi.
are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onol Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been.
You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Dunkas has accepted your presence.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinalmanawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
Bon, qu'est-ce que je dois faire du coup là maintenant? Prendre place pour le rituel. Ils se font des bisous. Je crois qu'ils étaient frères et sœurs.
Aruich Nestiri, Adesta Mararmam.
Meneda, Meneda,
Ah, un gardien.
You are an Onolmanawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides, like a real Donegard.
Thank you, Dunkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about
c'est un
you,
mariage,
Afra?
en fait.
Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
We are under attack.
Oh putain, mais ils font chier ceux-là. Tiens, ta gueule, toi.
They won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect them.
You can count on me.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Ouais, ouais.
Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Your curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would have been abducted or killed. I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Non, c'est des enculés
Indeed.
d'inquisiteurs.
These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods were questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the Loyans are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.
Elle est passée amicale, maintenant c'est une copine. Bon. Non, Catanex. Faudrait que je fasse ça. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Ça, je le ferai plus tard, ça. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas un campement dans le coin? Ouais, sympa. Allez, au dodo. Bah moi je vais pas tarder là. Dans 15 minutes, j'aurai fait 2 heures de live. Je m'arrête dans 15 minutes. Bah ouais, moi aussi. Enfin, je me lève tôt, façon de parler. Je me lève vers ouais, 7 heures. Ouais, peut-être un peu plus tôt. Parce que j'ai une formation à 8h30. Bonne nuit. Oh putain, tout ça. Ah, j'ai fait une mission.
Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
5h55. Ah, 5h50. Ah oui, merde. À une époque, je me levais bien 4h30.
Karantz, could you help me once more?
What is it?
I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral, and I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, your support would be a great help. Will you come with me?
Of course. I'd be happy to be by your side. Let's go.
Je pense que Fra pourrait être intéressé par le rituel. J'en ai trop. Trois qui veulent papoter avec moi. Enfin.
Siora, Asir. Always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld. I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
I'm only here to accompany Siora.
I came to give our mother back to the earth, Iselt. It is high time we did. I know. Performing the ritual might help me feel less empty. Iselt, I miss her too. Did you go to Vasrigan? No. Preparing the place is the role of the Donegada. I was afraid I would not do things properly.
Wally.
We are approaching Vasrigan. This is where I will perform the ritual. This burial mound has been the final resting place of our queens for generations. It must be prepared before we can start the ritual. Something's wrong. Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place.
What do you mean?
She's right. Something isn't quite normal.
There. Hemlands. This is not their natural habitat at all. We cannot leave them here. I do not understand what they are doing in this area. You never see any around here. They must have nested in the shadow of the burial mound.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right. We cannot let these carnivores roam so close to my mother's remains.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! about to get...
Putain, mais lâche ton épée, toi.
Things are about to get dicey. To my help. And death to the
Will no longer trouble the peace of our queen. All we have to do now is to take care of the ceremony.
Is there anything else to prepare?
Of course. We will need some sensors crafted especially for the ritual.
Where can we find them?
It would be ideal if we could craft them ourselves, but otherwise the village artisan probably sells them. And I will also need some mortuary lotion. I will have to coat my mother's body with it before giving her back to the earth. I will give you a list of all the ingredients because we will have to prepare it ourselves. The merchants won't sell it. Once we have gathered these last items, then Isolde and I will be able to perform the ritual. I thank you for being by my side and helping me the way you are. It means a lot to me.
Don't mention it, Siora.
Bah du coup on est obligé de ressortir quoi. Putain. On traverse tout alors qu'on aurait pu nous le dire avant ça. Oh là 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 là. Putain les gonzesses.
We have all that we need. Let's go back to the burial mound to put everything in place. Here we are. It is on this stone altar that we will place the body of my mother. We must place a censer where her head will be, and another near her feet. And then you will have done everything you could to help me. And I am infinitely grateful for it. Your presence by my side means a lot to me. But only my sister and I can participate in the ceremony. This is how our ritual of the dead is performed. Do you understand? There. Everything is in place. Thanks again, Onal Manawi. My sister should be joining me soon. You should wait outside. Oh, these rituals are demanding.
Dommage qu'on voit pas tout ce qui se passe en fait. Bah, vu qu'on n'est pas là, on n'est pas censé
But
savoir.
they help us to say goodbye to those we love. You have been a true friend. A Karans, accepting to help me the way you did. Thank you. I will never forget the kindness you displayed. Conforming to our customs and staying by my side.
It's only natural, Siora. I know what it feels like to lose someone who is dear to you.
We should go now. It is time to return to the living.
Amical.
Karans, do you need something?
I'm sorry about what happened to your mother. How are you feeling?
Unwell? I am angry, and I feel an immense void within me. I blame myself for not having been on this battlefield with her.
You have no responsibility in anything that happened to her. There's no point in blaming yourself.
And yet I do. You asked me how I felt and I gave you an answer. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Je ne suis plus amical, c'est ça? Voici. Bon. Il est 2h40. On va laisser arrêter.
I'm happy you came to find me. Allow me to apologize once again. I should have spoken to you sooner, told you what I knew, and not betrayed your trust.
Indeed, you should have.
As I said, I'd like to make up for it and help you find your family again.
How do you intend to do that?
As you now know, I knew your mother. We had trouble communicating at first, of course, but we gradually learned to understand one another. She was important in her village. Based on what I know today, I think she was a Donegad. She told me her name, Arelwyn, and told me about her family. She even gave me a pendant for you. You were only a child, so I gave it to Mrs. de Sade for safekeeping.
She gave me a necklace when I went to say goodbye to her. She said it was a family heirloom. Did my mother tell you the name of her village?
No. But I'm sure the Norts can help us. They were the ones who took your mother to the continent.
It was such a long time ago. How can I find out if they remember?
The Norts record everything down to the gentlest breeze. They must have written something in a logbook somewhere. So, do you want to try and find out where you come from? Do you want to find your relatives?
On va l'accepter.
Yes.
Bon bah c'est ça avec
All
les
this
notes,
is
on
so
va prendre
new to
l'autre.
me, but I suppose so, yes.
Let's go then.
Capitaine Grenadier. Cabane à Croatoan de commandant. C'est que j'ai pas les thunes, c'est surtout ça. Allez, on va s'arrêter là parce que toute bonne chose a une fin. Il est pratiquement 23h. Moi, demain matin, je dois me lever suffisamment tôt pour faire mes trucs pour ma formation. Allez. Et encore désolé pour la webcam. Et elle est cassée. Donc je l'achèterai, mais je pense que j'attendrai comment ça s'appelle, le Black Friday pour l'acheter. Je pourrais peut-être choper quelque chose d'assez intéressant au niveau des prix. Et puis j'en profiterai pour acheter quelques petits trucs pour mes nièces, pour Noël et compagnie. Allez, sur ce, moi je vous fais des bisous et je vous dis peut-être à demain soir, si je suis pas trop crevé de ma formation. Allez, ciao ciao.